We are live. It is EuroAsia Scrum. It is Monday. It is Thomas and Sam. Let me get the old screen share on. Thomas, how are things with you?
I'm okay. I did some work over the weekend together with Raul. We did some asynchronous pair programming. I made some pull requests to his repository. We were scaffolding the application framework using ActiveAdmin, the interface that Ostra was using before and that they are moving away from right now. But we decided that we're going to go for that interface for the admin part of the Take Me Away application, and we're quite happy with that. I think that it will save us a lot of time in terms of the developing views and stuff. So we're taking big leaps forward in terms of functionality of the application. So it is a rather different way to develop in terms of testing. So we work mainly with acceptance tests right now. And as you know, you and I spoke a week ago or something. So we do acceptance tests and unit tests basically. Because we feel that most of the controller actions are handled by ActiveAdmin, and they are very basic. So we don't touch that.
Yes.
So in terms of testing, so it fits us nicely, I think. Yeah. So it's a good thing.
Good show.
So we have. I merged in Alejandro's. Infinite scroll pull request it's deployed to develop. I'm going to have to update the seeds file because I need to seed the database with some hangouts in terms for us to be able to test this, I think. But if you go to website one develop, perhaps you can have a look at what it looks like. So it's interesting, and I see Raul joined us. How you doing, Raul?
Good. How are you guys?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
So so today I hopefully can spend some time adding some more functions. So what I did now for Take Me Away was also to implement can, which is
roles and permissions.
Roles and permissions. It was pretty interesting, pretty straightforward. I was, usually last time I implemented it, it was a hassle, but I guess it was a learning experience. This time around, it was much easier.
Sure.
But there are certain things that I'm struggling with, and the idea for us is that I have to exclude a certain type of users to be able to log in through the web interface. Although they have to be able, we have to assign some permissions to them because they will be, they will be handling creating orders and stuff over the API. So, and I'm struggling a little bit with device and the logic, so because we just I want to give them an unauthorized access message when they log in through the web interface, but I haven't come so far because I was locked in an infinite loop from redirects. So basically, what I did now is that I allowed them to log in to a dashboard interface that says that you don't have authorized to do anything here. Basically,
Right.
So that's a compromise. It's a solution, but it's not what I wanted. So I'll be trying to, I will be researching how can I do this better. Basically.
Cool. I'll just have to take that. Give me a second. I mean, we'll carry on chatting with Raul.
Sure. So Raul, have you? I was just talking to Sam about that last pull request that I submitted to Take Me Away. It's I'm very happy with the ActiveAdmin interface. I think we were able to make a great leap yesterday with in terms of development.
Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt, guys. I just so it's the first day here at Makers, and I've just got to accept a delivery. Maybe I'll just slip in there and say, so for me, the big effort was working on the Snow Angels on Friday, and I fixed a number of problems with them, and so their site is now live, which is nice. I managed to push out local support stuff. Basically, it's going to be busy today, but I've got AutoGraders meeting tomorrow. at local support on Thursday. But otherwise I'm just going to sort of crack on. I'm going to try and get loads of new makers, seniors, or people who've graduated working in the Agile Ventures. But I'll leave you guys running the Hangout if that's all right. And I'll deal with this delivery. I'll catch you a bit later. Bye for
Absolutely.
now.
Take it easy.
Ciao.
All right. So Raul, what's up with you?
So I pushed that pull request, and then yesterday I was working on that AngularJS scaffold application.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
So I managed to. I got an email from Aaron. He sent me something that he did already because he didn't have the repository link.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be merging that to my to what I scaffolded yesterday. I was able to do that and integrate with Bourbon and Neat. So yeah, I think we should be good to go. I'll push that to the main repository sometime today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There is this great, I don't know if that will help you in any way, but there is this great tutorial written by somebody. It's published under airpair.com about AngularJS and Rails and authentication using device. Let me just see. Well, if I find it, I'll send the link over to you.
Sure.
Of course,
Sure.
Because the challenge here is to get authorization and authentication through the API, So that should be our next step, and this is something that I would love to work on. I know that I started another story.
We should be starting on the API thing now.
Yeah.
But I'll touch base with Sam Pretty because now he's working on the menu thing. I'm not sure if he's made progress or not, but I think he's blocking Patrick with his story as well. So I'll touch base with him today and find out how far he is.
Cool. I wrote up this story in Tracker about let's see. Hold on a second. Let me just find that. API create API structure. So this is something that I would love us to vote on ASAP. And it's just when I say create API structure, we have to consider, like in routes file, that set up the namespace, and try to do the very basic setup for the API. It's
correct.
Yeah. So. I've been reading a lot about this, and a good practice is that when you design an API that you expose to the outside world, even if this is just a very it's just for us and then for one application, but a good practice is to create versions like version 1 and develop that, and if you want to make some improvements, you just create a new namespace, for version 2. Yeah. So that is something that I would say it's important for us. So this is something that I would like to get my hands on.
Okay. Are we gonna build it from scratch, or we plan? You have any idea of something we can use? Or?
Well, as I said before, there is this interesting project called JSON API and JSON API resources that I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about. There is the core team behind that gem is made out of some really hardcore good Rails developers from from the Rails core team, and I'm hearing great stuff about it. But I don't know too much about this gem and this library. So I would like to do some more research, and potentially if this is able to be applied on our application, use that one, just because it's a good learning experience.
All right, cool.
But I mean, creating an API in Rails is not a very hard thing to do. It's one of the strengths of this library, of this framework, to be able to do that. But here, it seems like you get so much great functionality for free, and the structure is very well thought of, and it covers a lot of scenarios and use cases. So that's why I would like to use that.
Cool. I see they're gonna be including Rails API in the next release of Rails.
Yeah.
Rails 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I've been looking at Rails 5 for a while, and there are some great functionality there that we could potentially make use of in this application, like the action cable library, with WebSockets and pushing out notifications and stuff. That's also very interesting for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is something that I look forward to. I listened to the keynote from
DHH.
Yeah. Very interesting. So what are your plans for today?
So I don't have work today, so I just need to step out. But then when I come back, I'll finish up that Angular thing and push it. And after that, nothing much.
Okay.
Probably be working on some other stuff.
I would say, I asked the channel to review those two pull requests that we have, but to me they seem pretty straightforward. So I would say if there's nobody that has any major objections, that we could merge them in, and if there is anything that needs to be refactored, we can refactor that as a separate chore.
Hey, James.
Because I'd like us to keep up the good pace that we have in the project. So sometimes in Agile Ventures the code reviews tend to take a long time because people come and go. It's on a monthly basis. So I would say that if that's okay with you, I would say let's merge those two outstanding requests in and try to push that out to Heroku and see if that works. What I could do is I could set up the semaphore continuous deployment, to push it out.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I tested it on my side. The only thing maybe is that we're gonna have a decrease on our code coverage due to some of the active admin stuff. I wasn't quite sure how to test them.
Once again.
You see the admin folder in where you define what's going to be displayed in, say, for instance, in the user list, or the dashboard.rb file or something like that. Yeah. So when I check the code coverage, some of that is not tested. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But then you'll see when you push it, when we merge it, you will see that.
Yeah. Okay. So. The thing is that Coveralls only covers the RSpec test. It doesn't take into account the acceptance tests. So we need to figure out a way to test those things using RSpec. But again, as I was saying, I don't know if you caught that at the beginning of this meeting. Our focus should be on acceptance tests and unit tests, basically. Okay. I did, for instance, when in my pull request, I had this ability model.
Yeah.
So I tested that. That's I attached some basic specs for the abilities. Initially, I wrote them in the user's spec because I felt that they were belonging to the user instance, But then I came to think of it. Hold on a second. Let's try to let's pull that out to a separate file, and so I created this ability spec file. But you're right. Of course, we need to since we have this admin views and settings in the app folder. They should be tested somehow, but let's separately, check out how Osra is doing that.
Okay.
And perhaps do some reading online and see how people are handling those
how
things.
We can do that. Okay. All right. Cool. I'll merge those PR now, and maybe we can move with them.
Yeah, I'll be around in a few hours if you. If you're available, perhaps we can have half an hour or 45 minutes of pair programming. We can together we could set up this semaphore continuous deployment settings.
So I will be back at home in the afternoon. So
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right. But okay, so
So maybe I can check. I can check with you then when I come back. If you're available, then we can do it.
exactly. It sounds good. Mhm.
Sweet.
All right, brother. I think this is cool because we're moving forward, and as soon as we have those menus and menu categories, we can start focusing on orders,
Yeah.
and
Right.
then we can expose that API, and well, when you and Aaron are working on this Angular app, you can. At least, I mean, when we have menus, then you can hit that API and see.
That API and start.
Yeah, start at least seeing some stuff, basically.
Mhm. Correct.
So that would be nice. All right, babe. All right.
Okay. We'll talk.
Okay, guys, I'm back as well. Sounds like you two were managed to catch up. So for the break there. Thomas, was there anything else that we needed to coordinate?
Not much. Things are moving forward on the Makers Academy Sweden front, and me and Jordan are scheduled to have a meeting around 11 UTC. Yeah, that's it, basically.
Okay, cool. And all things are well with you, Raul?
Yeah, everything is fine with me.
Good stuff. Okay, well, Thomas, let me know when you want to have a Website 1 client check-up later this week.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, let me get back to you on that.
No problem. All right. Bye for now, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.
Cheers.
Cheers.